What's going on, my friends? Vitai Dubin is here, and welcome to another episode of today's In Crypto Show. What a month it has been. Unfortunately, I have some more bad news to share with you, more FTX contagion, and potentially a company that owns more than 3% of all the Bitcoin supply. Is it in trouble? We're going to discuss that, as well as the hacker that stole more than $600 million from FTX is loading and dumping and selling off his Ethereum right now. So let's get going, guys. As you can see, we are right now at $15,950 for Bitcoin, and we had a particularly two bad days where Bitcoin went down, and we are testing the lows of the year of $15,600, and the question is right now, are we going to go lower? And if we're going to go lower, where? And really, right now, after what we've seen, that was the FTX week when it was a collapse. Not too much of a response here. We're continuing to fall down. The next level of support, if it's not going to hold, is roughly about $13,000. Now, I know how much worse it can get, right? We're already been hammered so much. Even Mark Cuban has been given up on Bitcoin. I'll share with you in just a moment. But guys, there is silver lining when there is so much blood in the street. Ethereum is being affected even more this past couple of days, and that is because the FTX exploiter transferred $200 million in Ether to 12 crypto wallets. That the exploiter that previously drained hundreds of millions of digital assets from FTX converted it to Ethereum and then send it to like different wallets to go and dump it in different ways. That's a lot of Ethereum, as you can see, at 15,000 Ethereum at peace, and he so far dumped 50,000 Ethereum and still is among the top 40 Ethereum holders. So yeah, he's been kind of converting it to REN BTC, converting it to Bitcoin essentially, but dumping Ethereum. That's why we see such a big drop in Ethereum today, and yesterday we are dropping another 10%. We're all getting used to it, those type of drops. Yeah, it's been extremely hard for the bulls to keep any momentum. It's just the bears right now are so in control. Let's talk about FTX. What we know by far, so far, the latest news, we have the top executives Gary Wang, Nishat Singh, and Caroline Ellison have all been fired, of course, and we have discovered with the recent filing of the bankruptcy, we discovered that Sam personally took $300 million out of the $420 million raised in FTX's 2021 funding round, which means $300 million went straight into his pocket. Crazy, right? And FTX hacker converting a lot of Ethereum into wrapped Bitcoin. And Genesis needs $1 billion by tomorrow. They need $1 billion. It's a lot of money. Talk about Genesis, which is connected to Grayscale through the parent company Digital Currency Group that may be in big trouble right now. And FTX owes just to its 50 biggest creditors more than $3 billion. The top 50 creditors, more than $3 billion. The money went just like that, as you know, because of them using the customer funds of FTX. He was trying to save Alameda Research back in summer. Remember when Terra Luna collapsed? $45 billion was gone. That created a lot of problems because Alameda Research had essentially a connection and exposure to Terra Luna and Celsius and 3 Arrow Capital. So Sam Bankman-Fried attempted to bail out Alameda Research because they were the biggest depositors of USDT into FTX. And to do that, they created a backdoor from FTX exchange to transfer funds to Alameda Research. And now all of that got exposed. Yeah. So we have right now Grayscale that refuses to share proof of reserves. You know, after what happened with FTX, all the centralized exchanges and custodians, the public demands show us the proof that you have this money. But they are citing security concerns. They're not willing to share proof of reserves. And that is kind of suspicious. What's going on there? And we have the trust is trading 45% discount right now, which means people don't trust anymore the trust, right? If you can buy GBTC at 45% discount. Now, the crazy part is that they control and they hold 3.3% of the entire market cap of Bitcoin. 640,000 Bitcoin. That's a lot. And they're saying that products are operating business as usual. We have Genesis withdrawal freeze, you know, that they kind of stopped withdrawals, processing, and new loan origination. So Genesis is in trouble, and their parent company is Digital Currency Group, which also owns Grayscale. So the fear in the market is that Grayscale can start liquidate Bitcoin in the market, and thus created even lower low results. Yep, lower prices. So Genesis needs $1 billion in emergency funding. They lent $2.4 billion to now bankrupt Three Arrow Capital. Probably aren't going to get this money back. They lost $175 million when FTX blew up. So not so much good news for Genesis. And nobody's biting the $1 billion digital currency group that is trying to raise this $1 billion for Genesis. Nobody is buying that. On top of that, we have Digital Currency Group deleted their about page. Now it's just 404. And in August, Digital Currency Group removed management bias from the website, and it's been 2 weeks since the CEO of Digital Currency Group has tweeted. So that's a little bit suspicious, to say the least. We had incredible bad months. We have BlockFi sales withdrawals continue to be paused because of the FTX contagions. Even Gemini, one of the most trusted exchanges in the USA, suffers $485 million rush of outflows. People are self-custody their crypto and withdrawing money out of the exchanges. Yeah. So Genesis Global hold withdrawal, citing unprecedented market turmoil. They're in trouble. They lost $175 million. They lost billions of dollars to Three Arrow Capital. So they are a little bit in a trouble right now. So the question is how the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust is going to be essentially affected, and are they going to sell into the market their Bitcoins or not? We have Solana that loses 1 billion in USDT. They swapped Solana USDT to Ethereum USDT. So the trust in Solana kind of goes down because of all these contagions with the FTX. And Sam Bankman-Fried is still trying to broker and bail out FTX and somehow raise billions of dollars, despite the fact that he's booted out of the company. He's not the CEO anymore of FTX. He's still trying. He's still tweeting and trying. And of course, he got a lot of haters, a lot of people that lost a lot of money because of him, billions and billions of dollars. So I'm not sure who in the right mind is going to right now rescue him and bail out FTX. I don't know. Let's talk about some good news. The good news is billionaire investor Bill Ackman says crypto is here to stay. Is a legendary hedge fund manager that manages right now $18 billion in assets. So it says crypto is here to stay. We also has Dan Moorhead. that bought just recently, right now, $140 million worth of Bitcoin. It says the next halving is projected to occur in April 2024. We all know that. The mining reward will decrease from 625 Bitcoin per block to 3.125 Bitcoin per block. Well, look, paraphrasing a line, the market's almost always efficient, but the difference between almost and always, almost and always is $80 billion to me. That's even if we think everybody knows something about the halving, doesn't mean there is a ton of money to be made. Over the years, we have stressed that the halving is a big event, but it takes years to play out. The typical true is 1.3 years before the halving, and on average, the market peaks 1.3 years after. The whole process has taken 2.6 years to see the full impact. If history were to repeat itself, the price of Bitcoin would, through the turn of the year, would then see a rally into early 2024 and then a strong rally after the actual halving. So that's the kind of the scenario, right? That we are going to see possibly $35,000 Bitcoin 2024, 2025, $148,000 Bitcoin. So keep your eye on the price. And looking at the price forecast tools, the latest that has been added to look into Bitcoin, whenever the orange and green line has been crossing, you can see that we pretty much reached the bottom of the market. It happened in 2014, 2015, 2018, and now 2022. We're seeing right now the cross of green and orange line. We are pretty much at the bottom right now, at the bottom. So keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. We are in the bottom. Winter is not going to be forever, and everything is going to be just fine. And the best you can do right now is to not try to time the market, what is going to be the bottom, but buy some in more, buy more, and wait. If you have a long-term perspective, right now buying in this crazy bear market is going to be proven very profitable once the bull phase of the market is going to start. But it's not going to be tomorrow, and it's not going to be next week or the next 2 weeks. It may be a couple months, couple good months, until we start finally seeing some rallying going on. Accumulation phase is going to be, maybe next 6 months. So towards the second part of 2023, we're gonna start seeing some movements into that. But right now we are in the depths of the bear market, so hang on tight, and take advantage of the opportunities that the market presents itself. We still have a lot of ways that you can make money in this market and gain in this market. So stay tuned, stay really tuned into what's going on, and take advantage of these low prices. And I'll see you guys in the next episode of Today in Crypto Show.